Watch me as I reset my entire kitchen after a busy day of meals and just daily basis activities. Today was a little rainy, as you guys can see, and I got home from work and I just needed to get things done. Of course, dinner is my number one priority at this moment. And then, as I was prepping dinner, I was actually thinking about doing a little reset in my kitchen. It's very important that I leave my kitchen clean when I finish my chores when it comes to dinner or lunch. But of course, as a busy mom and with a busy job and everything going on, it's sometimes needed to put things aside and come back to it in a little bit later. Sorry if you hear some cough. We are a little bit with the allergies and coughing in the house today, so that's what you hear in the background. So as I'm prepping dinner, I think today in this video I made some rice, pork skillet in the air fryer, and a little bit of beans and a salad. I love a fresh tomato and parsley salad. That's my favorite salad in the world. We're not really lettuce eaters here, but we should. But we love tomatoes and onions and parsley. So I understand since I was a little girl, with the background, that it's not a pleasant place to be in when you have your house or dishes, things all over in your house. It doesn't give a good impression when it comes to your spiritual life. In other words, people that are going through depression and things that, mental health problems, we tend to, especially if you have ADHD, I think I was never diagnosed, but I kind of think I have a little bit of ADHD, which I think all of us have a little bit at this point, right? Who doesn't? So I tend to do the best I can to keep everything organized at once. But of course, I keep finding priorities after priorities, and then things get put to second, first, and then third, and then first place again. So it kind of moves a little bit around. But of course, I've been managing my time a little better, and I've been managing my schedule and making sure that priorities are priorities, which is the meals are for my family, my house being a little organized as much as I can, at least sweeping once a day or vacuuming. It's just the essentials in my household for me. So here's a salad, as you guys can see. It's so yummy. It's our favorite salad here, honestly. And that's the pork steak that I made. Pork, you know what I mean. With the rice, I love my white rice. It's delicious. We enjoy so much. And the beans, of course. In this house, we cannot live without rice and beans. It's a Latino house, and you know how it is. In Matthew 12:43-45, it says, "When an evil spirit comes out of a man, it goes through a place seeking rest and does not find it. Then it says, I will return to the house I left. When it arrives, it finds the house unoccupied, swept clean, and put in order. Some say that the scriptures also indicates that the Spirit of the Lord cannot live in a place of uncleanliness or confusion. They believe that making home clean, cheerful, and inviting can make loved ones want to be there. So, honestly, if you are going through something, or maybe going through a spiritual battle where you might not understand what's going on in your household, maybe there are fights, maybe there are a little bit of arguments, or even though misunderstanding with each other, or whoever is with you in your household, try to clean things out, starting from your home and objects. Remove things that do not belong in the household. Try to avoid collecting things that you no longer have need for. Go through your drawers, find clothing and things that you haven't worn for a long time. Open your closets and see, what can I put away up for donation for someone that actually will need this, that I haven't touched for months. Hold a piece in front of you, in front of the mirror, and look at it and see, do I love it or I do not love it? Honestly, you guys might think, this is a Marie Kondo kind of method. It's actually a method of people who understands that it's not healthy any longer to keep things and objects and clothes that we no longer need. It's not healthy to keep your home filled with objects and things that do not bring you happiness. It's not healthy to walk in a home where you feel the presence of dirt, you feel the presence of depression, you feel the presence of uncleanness, you feel the presence of heaviness. And when that happens, it's time to declutter. And I'm not just saying in your kitchen. This is just a regular cleanup that I do every time I cook in my household. Of course, some things are left to be done on the next day, or maybe a good scrub on my countertops and in cabinets can be at least, cabinets can be done at least twice a week or once a week, depending on how you cook. The stove always must be clean after I cook. It's just something that I have for myself. When I look at that stove and it's nice and clean, I am not saying that you cannot leave your stove for tomorrow, but at least pick up the crumbs and the dirt and the food that is left on the floor. Try to vacuum a little bit and try to sweep a little bit, because a place also, it will always avoid any insects, any things that doesn't belong in your house. But the most important things, it's gonna help you all breathe better, it's going to help you all feel better, and you're gonna be doing the will of God. So remember, wherever there is a mess, there is a spirit that is living through that mess. I am a big believer in that. From my own experience, it's not a religious matter. It's not because we are a Christian household that I tell you this, but because I lived on my own this entire thing when it comes to going through a whole entire day, actually not moving one finger, going through an entire day, laying down depressed in a bed, and leaving my house a mess. A couple years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, I went through a very deep depression and a very big issue with myself. There, I found myself in my deepest regrets. And that place I never want to go back to. In that place, I found the worst version of me, but at the same time, the strongest version of me, where I understood all my limits and I understood what I was capable of. I was able to pull myself out with the help of God and the help of my family. And with that, I was able to get up, get things done, and fulfill my purpose in my home. So, if you are going through something like that, if you are right now listening to this video and watching as I clean my kitchen, if you're going through depression or if you're going through a very difficult time of your life, or through Instagram, you guys have it linked. I wouldn't mind. I would love to talk to you and give you, and pray for you. Honestly, there's not much I can say. I think that the first thing is wanting to get out of that situation. So if you want to get out, you are doing the right thing and you're in the right path. So again, I am just cleaning, washing the dishes. I was scrubbing the countertops, and as I still go. Oh, this stove, by the way, that mini stove needs to go. I've been trying to get a new one forever, but I'm so attached to it because it's been with us for so many years and it hasn't failed me. So I really don't want to let it go, but it's so overused. But it's still a cute little stove. But yes, going back to the cleaning. So if you guys can see, I am not speeding this video, okay? I am that quick. I used to clean houses when I was studying for my career, and that I learned to be quick when it comes to cleaning. I don't mind and I love water. So as long as I'm doing the dishes, I'm happy. I have to be touching water somehow. And growing up in Brazil, whenever it was, clean day, which is every day, we would literally grab a bucket of water and just throw up on the windows and the wall, throw it everywhere, and remove the water with I don't know how to call it here, but it's with the mop that removes the water. And that was it. We didn't have this dry method that a lot of people use it here, or Windex. It was literally soap, a scrub, and paper. Not even paper, it was rags. It was rags, pieces of rags that had to be literally how do I call it, remove the water constantly and twist it so the water could get out and you can still use it. So I learned the hard way, and that was amazing. I learned from my mother, from my grandmother, and I was happy. I understood that cleaning became part of a woman's life, and not just a woman's life, a man's life as well, a whole family, a household. It's very important that your family is on board with you. No, I'm not going to say that my family sometimes drives me up to my roofs because they do not put something where they belong. For example, if I take something, I must put it back. And that's how it goes. And unfortunately, on a busy day, we don't get to do that sometimes. We live in the world, especially in a country where everything is go, go, go. And it's so sad sometimes that you don't have the time to even catch a breath and look at the sky and say, oh my God, there's a bird. Oh my God, the sky is blue today. So it's sad, but I've been learning to appreciate the little things, and I've been trying to go outside sometimes and be like, you know what? Look how beautiful the sky is today. Look how beautiful God's creation is. And that's good. You must give priority also to giving thanks to the little things and being grateful for those things. So that being said, I understand the fact that we must work together to keep the house clean. But with kids, I only have one right now. We're planning for another one, praying actually. So I understand that there's gonna be days that my house will not have, it's not gonna be clean, and I will do my best, and I'm gonna look at it, and I'm going to panic because I must find my house clean in order to feel fulfilled. I don't know. I think it has to do with my childhood, where I feel safe in an environment that I completely cleaned. It's like something that if I had control over that, like I feel like complete. Although I don't know, that needs to be studied. But and one thing that I heard this week that actually moved me completely is when this lady that I follow, I forgot her name, she's new in my Instagram, she literally said, when a house has mess, when you see plates on the dishes on the sink, you see clothing to be washed, you see laundry to put away and to be folded, you see the floors are all walked through and there's toys everywhere, that means that you live with someone. You have been blessed to make memories with someone, and those memories means there are clothes and there's toys everywhere in a mess. So if you're watching this and right now you are wondering, what can I do to make my house perfect and clean? Enjoy the moments when the house is a little messy. Yes, go try to do your best and clean your home, declutter your home. Take away and remove everything that doesn't bring you happiness, everything that doesn't bring you joy. If you find yourself standing in a place where it doesn't bring you joy, then there's something to declutter, there is something to clean up, there is something to remove from your surroundings that are sickening and that are making you feel uncomfortable. Remember, know yourself and know your body. You know exactly what it is best for you with the help of the Lord. This is for the Lord. This is for your family. You're doing a duty that makes you and your family blessed because you're decluttering every bad spirit, everything that accumulated in that home. So thank you for watching, and if you're watching this and you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a blessed day.